So I get a phone call from my buddy the other day telling me that he's sick of looking at the stack of board games in the corner and he wants somewhere to store them that's nice. So today I'm going to be making a coffee table / storage chest to hide away all those board games. But I'm not going to make it out of just anything. This is a Jeep lift kit box. This is what you get at the dealership when you order an OEM lift kit to be installed on your Jeep. I'm going to keep the aesthetic pretty much as it is, but I'm going to make some modifications and fix a few things here and there just to sturdy this thing up, make it look a lot nicer, like a finished piece of furniture. And I'm going to be using some pretty interesting hardware to elevate this thing through the roof. You know what it is? Another day, another project. So as far as this project goes, I'm probably going to leave this box in pretty much in the same condition it is right now. But with the only exception is I'm going to do a small round over on all the corners, on all the edges, because this plywood's pretty splintery. The big thing I'm going to do is add a sort of like a sliding tray on the inside that will be for like storing card games and different things like that that are smaller, so that way they're not kind of getting buried. And it'll only be probably half the width, if that, maybe 10 inches wide, can be slid back and forth or even just pulled right out. So I'm going to get started on doing the round over on all the edges, and then we'll see from there. Alright, so some of these really splintery edges are, I just want to prevent it from really peeling off when I go through with the router. So I'm actually just using some super glue along these edges just to soak in and really just kind of harden up some of this really flaky stuff. Because this is going to be a finished piece of furniture, I don't really want this crappy plywood on the bottom, so I'm going to cover it in felt. Unfortunately, my buddy's a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so I decided to go with red and gold. Oh well. Trying to rack my brain while I'm walking down the aisles of Home Depot, Harbor Freight, trying to think of something to put as the feet of this thing. And I realized this is a parts box for a Jeep lift kit, so why not use a car part of some sort to use as feet? And immediately my brain thought of this. This is just a simple oil filter. So I went to the auto parts store, I asked them for 4 of the cheapest filter there is. I'm gonna spray paint these black and use these oil filters as feet. See how it goes. order to hold the feet onto the bottom of the box, I have these little threaded inserts. And these are intended to go on the top of the piece that you're screwing the leg into. And I already glued the felt down. So we got to do a little bit of surgery, unfortunately. But I think it's going to be okay because this is just the bottom. I think I'll still be able to get the felt to lay flat, and it's just a mistake we're going to have to move on from. So now I'm going to build a tray for inside to slide back and forth, kind of card tray to hold smaller games. My table saw is broken right now, so my cuts weren't exactly very straight. I used just a circular saw to rip these down to size. So what I'm actually doing is kind of building this upside down. So that way there's a lip on the bottom, and I'm just going to go through with my flush trim bit on my router to clean those edges up. So in order for this tray to sit in the inside the crate, I cut these two pieces here, pre-drilled some holes, just to screw to the side on the inside, so it has a track to slide across. I'm gonna measure about 3.5 inches down, but yeah, screw that on, and then we can assemble the box. So before I start to reassemble the crate, I want to put the handles on. And I was trying to come up with a cool idea of what to use as a handle. Since we're using oil filters for the feet, I thought maybe it would be cool to go with another part or something. And after talking to my buddy and brainstorming a little bit, we came up with the idea to use some box wrenches. So I simply drilled some holes, and now it's time to drill holes in the crate, and then I'll attach them together with some spacers, just to keep them spaced off the crate just enough to get your hand in there. Attach the bottom back to the crate is using dowels. I already drilled the holes with a depth stop on the drill, and now I'm going to just line up what is the bottom piece onto this using a transfer punch for the dowels. So now I'm just going to do a dry fit. I'm going to work my way around the crate and put dowels in wherever I see fit, and just dry fit it, no glue. And once everything has dowels where I want it, then I'll take it all apart, put glue all over them, and put it back together. Buddy initially picked this crate up, he had put some hinges on this himself just to make it a little bit more useful, and he bought door hinges, which is not really what I would have picked first, but I actually kind of like the way they look with this whole thing, and yeah, I forgot to buy hinges, so we're gonna go with it. Alright, so that's it for this project. Just gotta wait for the glue to dry and deliver it back to my buddies. I'm gonna wait to put the feet on it until we get over there, since they are just oil filters. They're a little fragile and I don't want them to get damaged in any way on the ride over. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even send this video to somebody that might like it. Peace.